Hola you guys, it's Bianca. I'm the black girl next door in Miami, but right now I am in Baltimore, Maryland. Yes. My birthday was yesterday. I'm the big 2-5. I'm growing up. Yesterday I went to a winery. Anyways, today what I wanted to talk about was my boobs. Yes. So these boobs are about, I got them done in March, the beginning of March. So I was going to start back with why I even started with a boob job in the first place. Because I had really great boobs. I had amazing boobs. They were like the rat nose, like they stuck up. It was so beautiful. I was a bikini competitor, and no one told me that when you do cardio, you lose your boobs. Yeah. Anyways, before then, I was like a C cup before I ever had a boob job. So after the competition was said and done, I was very, just my self-confidence was extremely shot. As much work as I did, I was happy with my legs, I was happy with everything else but my boobs. And that's one thing that you can't work for. You can eat, gain weight, and get your boobs back, or you can just buy them. So I thought at that point buying them was the best option for me if I was going to stay in the fitness world, because I did not want to go through that again, my boobs going up and down. Plus, guys, bras are expensive. So all my bras I had before I had to get rid of, and I used to spend a lot of money on my bras, like bra pin sets and shit like that. All that shit's gone. So my first boob job that I got was Saline. They were Saline, and I got them over the muscle because they told me it was going to be a more extensive recovery. I never had a boob job before. I didn't know how bad it was going to hurt. I didn't want them cutting through muscle, all that. So I just went with the placement over the muscle, and I thought it was going to be okay. If anything, no one knew that my boobs were fake. No one knew my boobs were fake. And oftentimes I forgot that they weren't mine. Because you get used to them. A lot of people ask me questions like that. You get used to them. Like it's something that's in you every day, day in and day out. So it's now part of you, you know? So anyways, when I was 24, I got the silicone. Because I was like, you know what, I always wanted gummy. I wanted gummy then, gummy silicone. And you have to be 22 years old to get gummy silicone. So I was like, okay, I'll try Saline. The size I wanted, which is the size I have now, they did not recommend to me at that time. So I've always wanted my boobs this size. I just did not have enough skin at the time. I got teardrop Saline. One of my boobs was slightly bigger than the other, so I had a 320 and a 280. But when they were like a good full size C, it took some time for my skin to loosen up with the first side. Like those bitches were up to my collarbone, seriously. So it took about 3 months for them to drop. But when they did, they were spectacular. There was really nothing much wrong with my boob. I got the incision under in the crease. It's really not visible unless I'm laying down and my boobs kind of like do their own thing, or if I lift them up and expose it. That's what I went with my first surgery. I just wanted something normal just to fill back in what I was missing. And I achieved that. I achieved that look for years. I went under the radar. Nobody knew my boobs were fake. And then I got into film work, as some of you know. And when you bend over and you have all that extra skin, that ripple, oh my God. So that was what prompted me to go and say, you know what, now it's time. I finally have enough skin to get the boobs I want. So Miami is the best place to be at when you're trying to get plastic surgery. So I spoke with a couple of dancers, girls that were in entertainment business. So the place that I went to was called Cosmetics. It's in Coconut Grove, part of Miami. One thing I can say about Cosmetics is they have kind of they have a huge turnover rate when it comes to patients. And my first surgery that I ever had, me and my surgeon, like he called me nearly every day after my surgery to make sure that I was okay, the surgery. So I had more of a relationship with my surgeon, which if you guys do that, I very much encourage you to get someone that gives a fuck about how your body is going to turn out over time. I'm not saying CG Cosmetics doesn't do that, but I'm saying they take on so many clients that it's easy to overlook a client. So I'm going to get to that part now. CG Cosmetics, and this time I opted for silicone, the Gummy Silicone implants, and I was going to go under the muscle this time. So I went for the big girl shit. Go big or go home, right? Now, they never let me try them on like I saw them do with other patients, and I even asked my lady, to do it. Never happened. So, it was just a lot that went on. So the day of the surgery, I think I paid like $20 for one of those like little surgical bras to like leave out in or whatever. They wanted to see my friend, make sure I had a ride after the surgery and stuff was like, done with. So she checked in with them. And then when the man came in, we went over the like sheet of the silicone size that I wanted to get. And I asked him, by any chance, did you have anything bigger? He said, yeah. I was supposed to go for 500s, I think. I'm supposed to go for like 500s when I went in. Last minute, the day of my surgery, I went up to 605cc. Yeah, it's crazy. I went to 605cc. They were so huge, so amazing. And what I failed to realize was my previous doctor gave me a 280 and a 320 for a reason, and I did not consider that when I got both 605s. So I have like a kind of a shift, like a little bit of it's not a balance. My first surgery, I had the dissolvable sutures. Well, this surgery, I can't remember exactly what happened the day of. I was supposed to get them removed. I'm trying to remember. And I remember calling them, and they had me on hold for like an hour. And I was trying to get my sutures removed, the ones that they put in. And they told me when I got in touch with the front reception office that I had to get in touch with the outpatient or whatever. So they forwarded me to that line. People never picked up. What I should have done was just fucking gone in. I didn't do that. And my skin healed over top of the sutures. Your body wants to reject anything that's inside of it. So since I never went back and got them to cut the sutures out, I actually trimmed them down. I did everything I was not supposed to do. It's a little bit of infection that I get here and there. So that's actually how I realized something was wrong. I went to this like pole class, and I guess I put so much force like, with my muscles when I was like holding onto the pole and shit like that. And it forced, like I said, it's gonna reject at some point. Well, a hole. All I noticed was a hole one day. I came home, like, it was a hole. And it was draining. And I was like, oh my God. So then I Googled and I realized, yeah, it's my suture that's trying to come out. And it told me it wasn't anything like, when you see it, just get tweezers or whatever. So I didn't even do that. I just like let it do its own thing. And one day I was in the shower and it fucking came out. So another thing that I've been having issues with is sleep. I've been having the most uncomfortable sleep I've ever had with these fucking tits. And one of the first questions I asked when I got my boobs done was, when is the soonest that I can go back in and get them removed? I know that's not the best thing to ask. My first surgery I ever had, the first thing I asked when I woke up from the anesthesia was, can I still breastfeed? And she's like, yeah, we didn't cut through your nipple, you can still breastfeed. I'm like, all right, good. When it comes to sleep, I am a stomach sleeper. So I went to Home Goods. I bought like 1,000 pillows. I have like maybe, not 1,000, I have like maybe 8 pillows on my bed. And they range from, comfort and things like that. I prefer softer pillows, but I have this one firm one for when I want to lay on my back for that support. You have to lay at an angle. Like, it's just, I'm so much more sore when I'm like laying just flat. So I have to like kind of lay at an angle so they're heavy as shit, people. Like, they're heavy as fuck. And they're like maybe 12 pounds each boob. So sleep, honestly, is like one of the main reasons that I want to get them removed. Because I fucking love my sleep too much, and these tits are just not worth it. Period. They're not worth it. My last ones were saline, so it's just salt water. So when you're laying on it, it's like it kind of compresses a little bit too, which is, I wouldn't even recommend that. But like I said, I can't tell my body don't fucking roll over in my sleep. I just wake up and I'm like that. Anyways, these ones are silicone, so they're harder. They don't change their shape at all. So just imagine laying on something and like these things are inside of my body, and they just the pressure when I'm laying my whole body, it's uncomfortable. It's really uncomfortable. And I want to sleep on my stomach again. And another thing I've been learning recently, you have to sleep with the bra on. Like, I try to sleep without a bra here and there. fucking impossible because I have to like get a pillow to hold this here because they're so heavy and it pulls. So I wouldn't even recommend not sleeping without a bra. Most recently, I've been having a little bit of nerve damage. I feel like it's coming on. It's like a burning sensation that I have in my under part of my boob. And I just kind of related that to another feeling that I had when I was having nerve damage. And it feels kind of the same. So I am stretching the skin out more. The skin is thinner. However, my nipples are way more sensitive than ever. So I wear padded bras a lot because my nipples are like always hard. That's one thing I'm very grateful for. So I'm planning to go back under the knife this year. I need to find a different surgeon. I would like to find someone that is definitely going to work with me as far as the measurements that I want to be. I miss being proportionate. I miss wearing a size 2 dress. I miss knowing my actual bra size because I don't even know my bra size. I just buy whatever looks like it can fit, but honestly, I like my tits to hang out a little bit. Like, I'm so bad. So I would like to be in like in a normal life, I would like to be like a 32D, maybe 52D. Maybe a C cup again, who knows? I like a D cup. I like to stay in the B. Maybe a C. We'll see. We'll see about that. I think my next surgery that I get, I'm gonna have to get a breast lift because these ones are so big and I still want them to be like, I want my nipples to be centered. So they're gonna have to probably cut a little bit of the skin, extra skin, if I'm gonna be going back down a size. It's alright, it is what it is. You know, I want my tits to look good, so. I just would like a doctor also that just cares. I mean, we all want a doctor that cares to some degree about our life and not just another fucking paycheck. So with that said, I'm gonna enjoy my boobs. Oh, they're so sore right now. Oh. I'm gonna enjoy my boobs the best I can for the next few months, and hopefully in September I can start looking for a new surgeon. So that's that. And if you guys choose to get a breast augmentation, do it because you really want to do it. Look at the pros and cons of any of the saline versus silicone. Like, just because I love saline doesn't mean that you like saline. Just because silicone is uncomfortable to me. I know women that had silicone in their boobs for 20 years. So, yeah. Alright, you guys, I am about to go roll the blunts. And I hope to check back in with you guys soon with another video. Let me know what you guys want to hear next. And have a good day. Bye.